Hi Sam. I'm so glad you're here today. Are you ready to learn a new word?
Hi Alex. Yes, I'm excited. What's the word for today?
Today we're learning.
Trotz.
It means despite or in spite of.
Oh, that sounds interesting. Is that a common word in
Deutsch,
Yes, it's very common, especially in expressions like
Trotz des Regens.
which means despite the rain. Just be careful, it can be a false friend because it looks similar to the English word trot.
That's good to know. Could you explain the grammar a bit more?
Absolutely.
Trotz.
Is a preposition used with the genitive case. For example, you say,
Trotz des Regens.
for despite the rain. The word
Trotz.
itself is a masculine noun, and the plural form is,
Die Trotze.
although it's rarely used in plural.
So, it's always used with the genitive.
Exactly. You can also see it in sentences like,
Trotz der Schwierigkeiten haben wir gewonnen.
meaning despite the difficulties, we won.
I see. What's the origin of
Trotz,
Great question. The word
Trotz.
comes from Old High German,
Trotz.
which meant against. Over time, it evolved to take on the meaning we use today. It's fascinating how words change, isn't it?
It really is. I love learning about word origins.
Now let's break down
Trotz.
a bit more. It can't really be split into smaller pieces since it's not a compound word. But think of it as a sturdy wall that represents defiance against obstacles.
That's a cool way to think about it.
Let's explore similar words now. For example, there's,
Entgegen.
which means against or opposite to. Then there's,
Anstatt.
meaning instead of. Both convey a sense of contrast, similar to.
Trotz.
Interesting. What else?
You might also find
Mit.
meaning with,
Ohne.
meaning without, and
Außer.
meaning except. All these words deal with relationships or contrasts in a way.
I can see that.
Now let's practice using
Trotz.
in some real-life situations. Imagine you're at a gathering and it's raining. You could say,
Trotz des Regens sind wir gegangen.
can you repeat that?
trotz des Regens sind wir gegangen.
Perfect. Now, how about you create a sentence about going for a walk despite being tired?
Maybe.
Trotz der Müdigkeit gehe ich spazieren.
Exactly. That's a great sentence.
What about another situation?
Sure. Suppose you're discussing a project at work. You might say,
Trotz der Herausforderungen haben wir das Projekt abgeschlossen.
can you try that?
Trotz der Herausforderungen haben wir das Projekt abgeschlossen.
Wonderful. Now, create your own sentence about studying despite being busy.
How about,
Trotz der vielen Arbeit lerne ich Deutsch.
That's a fantastic sentence. One more situation could be at the doctor's office. You might say,
Trotz der Schmerzen bin ich gekommen.
can you say that?
Trotz der Schmerzen bin ich gekommen.
Great job. Now, what about making your own sentence about going to the doctor despite being scared?
Maybe.
Trotz meiner Angst gehe ich zum Arzt.
Excellent. You're really getting the hang of this.
Are there any hints for remembering the gender of?
Trotz.
Yes. Since
Trotz.
is masculine, you could remember it with the ending, which is less common for feminine nouns in.
Deutsch.
Think of a strong man standing firm despite challenges.
I'll remember that.
Now, let's talk about some common phrases that use
Trotz.
you often hear,
Trotz allem.
meaning despite everything, or
Trotz der Umstände.
which means despite the circumstances.
Those phrases are useful.
Just be aware that
Trotz.
is quite formal, so it's best used in writing or serious discussions. Some similar terms are
Aber.
for, but, and
Jedoch.
for, however, which can sometimes confuse learners.
I think I'm starting to grasp it. Can you quiz me a bit?
Sure. What does
Trotz.
mean?
It means despite.
Correct. How do you use it grammatically?
It's used with the genitive case.
Great. What's the plural of?
Trotz.
I think it's.
Die Trotze.
Right. Can you give me a sentence using
Trotz.
Trotz des Regens gehen wir spazieren.
perfect? Last question, where does the word
Trotz.
come from?
It comes from Old High German.
Excellent. You did really well today, Sam. To wrap up, remember that
Trotz.
means despite and is used with the genitive case. It's a great word for expressing determination and overcoming obstacles. Keep practicing, and you'll feel more confident using it in conversations.
Thanks, Alex. I really enjoyed today's lesson. I can't wait to use
Trotz.
in real life.